when butt stuff goes bad, and I mean very badly. All right, so I was in Phoenix, Arizona, and I just randomly ran into the hot girl from high school. This is the one that when we were all freshmen, she was a junior, and we all had swimming class with her, and she was the reason why we all had those awkward moments of trying to figure out how to get out of the pool without creating a tent in our youthful swim trunks. It was one of those kinds of situations where you'll never forget her, but you were never really brave enough to talk to her either, not at that time. So years later, we're in Arizona, and she runs into me, and I thought I recognized her for sure, but I wasn't 100% positive. And she turns around, she looks at me, and she's like, "Ed, oh my God, it's you." And she obviously, remembered me, and I don't recall really ever talking to her. So I was already, pretty flattered, pretty excited about this, because she still looked amazing. Tall, brunette, thin body, but curves in all the right places. And I was more than appreciative, if you if you get what I'm saying. So we get to talking, and she lets me know that she always knew who I was in high school and was always interested in listening to my stories and things like that. She always overheard me as I was talking to other people, but she never actually talked to me just because she was a junior and juniors just didn't talk to freshmen, and that was important to her at that time. But now that she's older, she always regretted not getting to know me a little bit better. So we decided to go get coffee. We chit-chat, hit it off amazingly well. Long story short, we end up back at her place that night. I'm extremely happy. We're having a great time. Everything's going really, really well. We're very sweaty and enjoying ourselves immensely. When she stops and she goes, "I need you to stick it in my ass now." Now, of course, I'm a polite guy. Who am I to argue with something that she's that insistent on? That would just be rude. So, of course, she flips over, bends over. I'm enjoying the view of that beautiful ass. And she grabs me. She reaches back and grabs my ass cheek. And she says, "No preamble, just shove it in as hard as you can." And she has this look of just wild abandon on her face. And I'm not about to argue with that. So I line up, grab her by the hips, and plow. That was my mistake. Was as soon as I hit all the way in, she moans, and then there is a sprinkler-like spray of liquid feces shooting out of her ass in every direction with me as the blocker. So imagine sticking your thumb over a garden hose, the way the water shoots out in every direction. Well, that was going on in a much less pleasant way. And I got shit on my nipples. It's shooting everywhere. I don't know what to do. So I froze for about a nanosecond, and then both hands on her hips, I shove her forward as hard as I can, bashing her head into the headboard. She is not fazed at all. As a matter of fact, she's loving all of it. It's still coming out of her. And then the smell hits me. At this moment, that's when things got even weirder and in a way that I was not happy with. That smell hits me. I'm looking down at a wall of filth all over me, and all of a sudden, I vomit. And it was the moment the vomit hit her, because I threw up all over her ass. It hit her, and her moan hit a higher pitch, like she actually orgasmed from the impact of my vomit on her ass. I have to say, that is the most disturbing moment in a long career of weird and fucked up shit. And that really took the cake. I didn't do anything other than just get up and leave. I wiped my face and everything like that off on her towel in her bathroom. I got dressed and I was out of there so fast. She probably left me, I'm guessing, 10 different voicemails, and I didn't respond to any of them. And to this day, I'm not sure what I would say if I were to run into her again, because I'm not one of those people who's easily freaked out by much of anything. But that moment is burned into my brain in ways that I don't really think there's enough bleach in the world to wash it away. And that is when butt stuff goes wrong. Thank you for listening.